right now on Fox 5 News at 10.
Remain on the frequency, runway 36 and cleared for takeoff.
One day after the ill-fated Malaysia Airlines flight was cleared for takeoff, loved ones around the world now remembering the dead. Relatives and colleagues paid tribute today to the 298 people killed in that tragedy.
But as for who fired that missile that brought the plane down, several different groups are still passing the blame. Dan Bowens joins us now with what we know. Dan.
Stephen Derry, President Obama has called for an immediate ceasefire in Ukraine. This as leaders from around the world demand an independent investigation into the missile attack on Malaysia Airlines Flight 17. In the miles of scorched debris, the personal property of lives lost, open luggage and clothes, passports mashed into the gravel, a ticking watch placed on a plastic tarp. Local coal miners in eastern Ukraine searching farms and sunflower fields for the dead. What they found, they covered with tarps and sheets.
This was a global tragedy.
President Obama saying there's strong evidence the Malaysian airliner was shot down by a surface-to-air missile in rebel-controlled territory. He says it appears separatists with Russian support are responsible.
They are heavily armed and they are trained, and we know that that's not an accident. That is happening because of Russian support.
Those rebels, Russia and Ukraine, have all denied involvement in the attack that killed all 298 people on board.
A minute of silence in the memory of those who lost their lives.
During an emergency UN Security Council meeting, a moment of silence and further evidence was laid out. Rebels were likely behind the deadly mid-air strike.
The perpetrators must be brought to justice. They must not be sheltered by any member state of the United Nations.
One American was on board Flight 17 headed from Amsterdam to Malaysia. The nearly 300 victims coming from 11 different nations. Among them, 3 infants and a group of AIDS workers on their way to a health conference.
Their deaths are an outrage of unspeakable proportions.
Now, a team from the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe did reach the crash site today to begin an independent investigation. However, they did not stay long because they were forced out by rebel soldiers. We're told they may try again tomorrow.